everyone. I'm sorry I'm in part of my pajamas right now, just part of them. My dressing gown on, casual t-shirt, so that's no drama wear, and just jam bottoms on. That's it. So sorry about that. My appearance right now. Just I was about to get changed, and I had an idea cross my mind. It's like, hmm. I don't know how this is gonna go. I'm still trying to put everything into what's the word? I can't think of the word now. Perspective. I can't think of the word. Sorry, the word just crossed my mind. It left. That's it. So my recent story videos have been on pop culture, and I just did the new chapter of Slow Burn yesterday, and yeah. That's a new chapter story, which it's not really new on the app. It's just I think I started reading it once a while ago and never finished it. And on my last video, I got this far and then just left the story. So I'm now into new chapters, which I have no idea what it's gonna be about and all that. New zone. And I haven't done any chapters videos in a while on the chapters app. One, even though there's loads of stories, there's some stories I've saved on my list. Not because I haven't got around to doing them. There's plenty of time I can at least upload chapter 1, something like that. It's more likely because like some chapters, most of the chapter stories have similar storyline, plot and all that. They're like all the other stories on the app. So it's like you start one, like it sounds like a story which I read not so long ago on the app. None of the stories are like different, like new, different, interesting and all that. I do feel like some stories where they actually have like you read from a character's point of view, like different characters' point of views each time, so you might read the same scene but from a different character point of view. I like stories like that. It gets you to know the character, know things about the character before anything else. And plus, if you want to learn those things, it's normally you would have to read more to find out more of those things. I don't know if it makes sense. Probably not making sense right now. Sorry, my mind's boggled and everywhere. And so that's why I don't read chapter stories lately. I will try to upload at least chapter 1 or something and start one, and I will try to finish Anti-Stepbrother, even though I read it before and I've got to finish it because I know it's one of my videos that I've got some more reviews on, so I might think that you guys would like me to carry it on. I don't know if you would. I'm just going by the reviews and no one has liked any video yet, so I don't know. I can't go by likes right now neither. Okay, moving on to another topic. Yesterday and a bit of this morning, which I thought about horses and Charlemagne and all that, and how I thought about them because last night I had a bit of a dream, memory. whatever you want to call it, felt like a nightmare to me because I was reliving this day over and over again. It literally just no memory of it. I was saying goodbye to Charlie that day when the owners picked her up. I was saying goodbye to her. I still remember that day like it was yesterday. I remember that day so much. Probably because I was like more sadder to see Charlie go than Harley. I know it's cruel to say, but I was. Probably because Harley never really gave me a chance to was it the first year was alright because he was just a baby, so very timid. When he got confident, that's when things changed with himself. He was more moody. I feel if I think about Harley, I think I feel disappointed in myself because I wished that all the time I've had him, I always wished I could have done something. And even when I heard from the new owners what he's been up to, I keep thinking that I wished I so wanted to do that with him. I'd be the first to do it, but nope, they were the first, and hopefully he has a forever home where he is now. Hope he does. Hope they all do, really. And I just feel like disappointed with how that's probably what I felt like when I was saying goodbye to him. Not because he disappointed me, it's because I disappointed him. I don't blame animals, really. I don't. It's not right to blame them. But yeah, I just felt disappointed with him. With myself, so. Sorry, I need to colour my hair at some point. With the shower in and I need to colour my hair. I don't know what colour to go for right now. I could go for the same colour or I could go for something. I feel like I can move like a brown. But that's near enough my original colour. I don't know, still on agenda. I don't want to grow it neither. Some part of me does want to grow it because some part of me just misses the longer hair now. And putting it up and all that. But then there's part of me thinks like, no, to keep it short, it's the easiest way to maintain and it's easy to colour. That's for starters, it's easy for colour. I never colour long hair on myself. But there's more to it. I don't know what to do with my hair right now. So moving on, back to the original topic. That's probably what I felt like when I said goodbye to him. I felt really disappointed in myself because I wished there was more I could do for him. Even though I knew I wasn't one for him. I wasn't the person he needed at the time. He needed someone more firmer, but also fair as well. Because he needs someone to really step up the mark and teach him that humans are not a plaything. They're not to be bossed around. Humans can be a boss too. Even though there were days where me and Harley got along, we clicked, and we had a fun day. And there are times where, no, we haven't got along and we don't have a really great day because some days I couldn't do anything with him. Some days I couldn't even step in the field with him because I was choked out. Sometimes I could just stood next to him, groom him, or whatever, and he would tell me off. I always did try to step up my mark. I always tried to find ways of telling him off. You know, we had a trainer one time. This is me remembering now. Every time. I don't cry when I remember these memories now. I don't cry when I look at these pictures, which is a good thing. It means I'm letting go. And she told me to pinch his either neck or his chin when he bites or nips or looks at you like he wants to. If you can get him to a point where he's about to, that's the time you pinch. So you're basically doing the same nip as he did to you to him. So that worked for like a couple of days, and then he got to a point where he's immune to it and it stopped working, and that was it. With Harley, with Harley and telling him I'm off or do anything with him, it didn't take him long to figure it out and to be immune to it. It didn't take him long. So whoever got him now, because I know the owner that had him, when bought him I should say, and it's not nice to say that, bought him, trained him, restarted him, backed him again, all that, and sold him on somewhere else, to a racing yard, and that's all I know from him. I still get, every couple of months I get like a little message from the racing yard saying how he's been doing and all that, but I don't want to stop them because it's the only contact I've ever had with him. I haven't had much contact with anyone in either. Nope. But the owner that bought him did do clicker training with him because it's one thing he is used to. Even though I stopped doing it doing it when he came back from the breaking yard, because at the breaking yard they don't really do clicker training. I know some do. Melanie does. And all that. That didn't help either. So moving on. But with Charlie, when Charlie went, I was more emotional, more sad to see her go, because I kept thinking there's so much more I could do with her. Charlie actually, after a good 2.5 years, she actually let me do more stuff with her. And it got her to the point where she was so close to her first sit on. So close. But me being, I wanted to give her a memory of, that's a good memory for her and a good time, because you're supposed to do when it first sits on. When it's dying one, you're supposed to give them good memories each time, so they relate to it's being good. And that I didn't want to do with her because I knew that I was not confident enough to do it with her. You know, I did it many times with Harley. Bareback, I did it many times. I don't know why, how I did that, because I keep thinking, how did I do that? But it's the only time Harley actually behaved, and he actually, I would say he behaved because there were times where he would bolt off, but I still remember sitting on the bolts. God, that was just, It's one thing you don't learn it right in school is bolting. You don't learn it, how to control it, how to handle it. You don't handle that. I sat one of his books one time with Harley, and that was interesting because I never really bought a sitter book, but I did. I'm glad I survived it, really. But you don't learn how to write in schools. You don't learn how to sit a bolt. You don't learn how to sit a chai. You don't learn how to sit a spook. You don't learn how to sit a rear. You don't learn how to do a lot of things at writing schools, which I feel like you should do, because horses, they can act up. They can have bad days. They can have days where they don't want to listen. They can have days where they're temperamental. There's one thing at riding schools you don't teach. I wish you did. I'm not for beginner riders, but for like more experienced riders. Teach them how to handle stuff, because it's one thing you're gonna need if you want to carry on. They can fuse the jump. You gotta learn how to handle that. There's so much more they can fuse. But moving on. I still remember Charlie Day saying goodbye. I remember getting up and walking to the field. I was trying not to cry because I knew I needed to be strong. I needed to not show emotions to her, because Charlie would just act with emotions. So I didn't want to, even though horses, animals, they can sense it when you hide your emotions. And I was trying to stay calm. A bit hard with that thing, but I remember getting her in a trailer, which was so easy. It was the most easiest loading I've ever done with her. I don't know why, but it was. Every time I tried to load her in the past, she always got so far 2 steps, and that was it. But this time she went all the way in without me telling her. I had stuff from my hand just in case she needed a bit of more encouragement, but she was like, "Oh, I'm alright." She stopped 2 steps, she stopped on the ramp, and then I had to tell her, like, it's okay, you can come on. And she actually getting on. And after when they closed the door to the ramp, she neighed and neighed and neighed. I think Charlie knew what was happening, because I think she knew who those people were, and she knew what I was hiding. I think Charlie did remember the time when we picked her up. What was it like? Because I think she's been through it before. I don't know how many times she's been through it, but I hope really just once. Because animals do like knowing they have a forever home. Even out all the way through delivery, I kept hearing the noise. I think Charlie just needed that encouragement, saying to me that it's okay. Part of me just wanted, like, when she got on the ramp, just turn her around, say, nope, that's it, she's not for sale. She's not going anywhere. But I knew, back of my mind, I had to do this. Because with her problems and with my own problems too. Because I knew I wouldn't be able to give her what she needed. I felt sorry for that. Because when I got Charlie, I gave myself a second chance to get this right. Because Charlie felt like my second chance to get this right. And plus, I put some effort into her. I got to the point where she can trust a human again. And that took a while for her. It took a while for her to come round to any of us. It took a while to let her be touched and all that. Even be groomed. But now, moving on. I'm trying not to stay on that subject for too long. And there's part of me still misses it. Misses that interaction. Misses going and getting ready to go and being there, doing the their duties and being around them. I still miss it. Looking at how it goes, I still miss, especially when you're feeling bored. Because when you feel bored, you can't go. You hear horses out the window. I see them. I wish I could have done that. I did one time with Harley and it was really fun one time with Harley. Stressful, but it was fun. Right, I'm gonna move on from the subject because I need to move on. Now, there are times I do miss it, but there are times where I remind myself, on those times I remind myself it needed to be done. Because I knew sooner or later, if it wasn't then, it would have been soon after. I think a part of me knew it wouldn't last. I gave Charlie 2 years and I gave Harley 4.5. Because he went a month earlier. And it'd be 4 years for him, so 3.5. So, plus I gave them both a good start. I'm hoping I gave them both a good start. Although I gave Charlie a good start, I gave her what she needed to be just a human again.
What do you mean?
But then again, we both need to be just a human again, because even I find hard to trust. It's just one of my downsides, because trusting people isn't easy for me. Because all the time I've been wronged by them. So I felt similar in Charlie in that way. We've both been let down many times. Yeah. Why don't I go down there? Maybe that. I don't know where it came from. Or what's off. Could have came off from somewhere, but I don't know where. Well, I'm gonna go now and leave ya.